Hey guys, it's Cleo. First order of business, thank you for joining me today. Second order of business is that when I left off, I said I was going to take a break and I was going to come back and record part 2. Circumstances intervened, as they often do around here. It's now 3 days later, and I'm able to pick up and record again, which is for the best because I went back and watched over the video to do, timestamp annotations, kind of a summary, like I said, I would do a write-up and all of that. And the first thing was that I really messed up what I wanted to say about the Lilith graffiti. So that's like the first thing I do, and I mess it up. It's genius. And it sounds fine, but I wanted to make sure I said two things were separate, so I kind of made them sound like they were the same thing. Good for me. But then I also came up with an interpretation over the weekend that I think I actually like better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a short sidebar video where I kind of pick up with the bathroom, start the game over, pick up there, and I kind of walk us through what I said before, but also some new ideas. It'll be maybe 10 minutes. And so at that point, there was also I was walking us down the long road to town. And I started talking about liminality. And I defined the word for us. Did that whole thing. Got distracted by the chainsaw. Did not finish that thought whatsoever. So I think while I'm doing the other one, I'll do a quick 10, knowing me, probably 15-minute video where I walk us back down the road and give you examples of what I was actually thinking of. Because Silent Hill, maybe the entire series, I haven't played the other games. They're not currently available. This game certainly is one of the most liminal things I've ever seen in my entire life. So it's something I want to discuss the entire way through. So we definitely need this, basic building block of what we're going to talk about. So third order of business is the game. I swear we're going to start playing it any second. So have I done anything since current game manual save? That looks right. Okay. So we're here in Neely's bar. Anytime you're ready, James. We're here in Neely's bar, and we've just looked at our first puzzle. Okay. So we're going to review this note. There was a note here. It's gone now. Okay. It's in our inventory. I was like, where is it? Oh my God. Okay. I don't know what got into him. He just started smashing the thing. Had to throw him out. He ran off, cried he'd fix everything. I gathered up what I could, still haven't found one of the buttons. Half the record is still lodged inside, but the other part's missing. Figure he must have taken it. Come to think of it, he did run towards Groovy. Anyway, maybe go check up on him? See if he's all right? He lives over at Saul, by the pharmacy, apartment 9. So what this has told us, and actually I think it will make Ian very happy if I check the back for us. Okay, see? Gotta remember. I also forgot that I really need to put the transcript on screen so that people can see it clearly. Okay, so no, resume. Thank you. I'm a disaster. We all know this. Affectionately, I say this very lovingly, radical acceptance of what a disaster I am. Okay, so by the time this goes up, I should have the write-up with the link to the Gaming Muse video on this. But let's look closer, buddy. There you go. There was a hole here. It's gone now. All right. So we're in Neely's bar, and all of this aside, what we're saying is that this character, I believe this is a janitor character that people leave each other notes about, who is kind of a projection or reflection of James. He's kind of seeing things throughout town that describe behavior or feelings or activities that it's kind of like his feelings manifested. It's not a story that coherently hangs together. It's more like a dream where everything just kind of happens in the background, and maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't, but it also gives him clues to follow, to sort of, well, I mean, partly it's just a gaming convention. I mean, real life and dreams, neither one of them have puzzles. Mine don't. Maybe yours do. I don't know. So it is sort of a gaming convention to just give him something to do. But what this note is saying is that this character ran in, smashed up the jukebox for some reason, and that's why it doesn't work now. There was half a broken record in it that we picked up. We're going to have to find the missing jukebox button. We're going to have to find the Neely's bar coin, the token, which we've already gotten because I happened to be in the neighborhood of Cafe Texan. So I said, let's get it while we're here. And then there were 2 lying figures waiting for me, and I flipped out on them. You may remember this. Okay, so we have to find the other half of the broken record as well. Okay. And so what we're about to see is this theme that music will bring you back to an important memory, and music will bring him back to Mary specifically. I mentioned the idea of psychogenic amnesia. He sort of doesn't remember what he doesn't remember. He's come to Silent Hill thinking he's okay, and then gradually we realize he's very confused. There's things he should remember, but he doesn't. There's things he should recognize, but he doesn't. And so music is going to help bring him back to at least one memory to help him know where to go. Let's see. Do we want to look one more time? Okay. So we're going to have all of this business, and I always get mixed up, messed up. Who knows? We're not here to do this right now. But that's what we will eventually be working on fixing. So what the note has told us is that we need to go, if you look at the map, south to Saul Street, and then we're going to go north to Groovy Music. Now, you and I are here to just have fun. Just look around. Here is one of my favorite locations, the Happy Burger. I usually get up to some shit in here. This actually is not relevant to the plot at all. I just like to fuck shit up. Okay, here's something I wanted to show you. Let's see, jog a little bit. Thank you. Woodside Apartments severely flooded, it says on the newspaper. We're going to get to Woodside Apartments. That's our next level. That's where I'm trying to get us to by the end of this video. Yeah, it's got some problems. Yeah, there they are. You gonna come out and get me? You can get an achievement. That's right, I don't know swivel. You can get an achievement for playing this game without the radio, which sounded impossible to me until I realized that everything that comes at you makes a bunch of noise. You'll hear it. There's something else I wanted to talk about. There we go. Okay. The one thing that doesn't really make noise that much, the mannequins at first. But they don't set off the radio anyway until they start moving, at which point they make noise. You can probably get away without the radio. You will very quickly come to learn that gurgling sound the lying figure in there makes. That's right, they don't swivel. Good man. When you hear the nurses, they have a long, slow croaking sound in addition to that. So you'll get an ear for that. Okay, so what we're looking at here, we're looking at a missing dog poster. Not a puppy. We are going to go to the pet center, which is only available on New Game Plus. But this drug hotline actually refers to something that isn't... It is relevant to this game. There is a drug epidemic, something called PTV, in the other games, and it's based on... The drug is based on a plant called White Claudia. And we have to pick up a vial of White Claudia in order to get the bliss ending. So there are all kinds of things that are either from James's psyche or they are clues from Silent Hill itself to tell us we need to do something, get something. Side note, I have turned down the gamma a bit. Last time I had it cranked up so that we could see the bathroom graffiti. It looked like a sunny day. It was up way too high. So we're going to look around. You look around every location so you can find yourself some loot. Mostly health items. Here's this one. This one is playing dead. This one is a liar. See? Nothing. It's going to get up. Because I know your wily ways. I know. Okay. Let's see. 3 health drinks. We're doing good. He could use one, honestly. This is the other thing about... I like that this game is immersive in the sense that you don't have a screen full of health bars and hit points and everything. Because in real life, you don't. I mean, I've got chronic pain and fatigue from long COVID. I don't have a spoon gauge. I don't know. The only way you can really tell how bad James's health is by looking at his jacket, how bloody it kind of is, which crosses shoulders. Not great. We're probably going to need a health drink by the time we get out of here. You can tell by looking at the menu, which right now it looks okay. If it takes on a deep yellow tinge or a red tinge, we've got problems. And and I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. If there's sort of a fuzzy red border around the screen, that's not good. And if you get the little medical plus sign in the lower right corner, that's real bad. Okay. So in order to get the in water ending, they want us to stay at real bad for at least 100 seconds. So if this goes south, we're going to make it work for us. Now, I have a new theory as of this past week that this location has some Maria symbolism in it. Maria is a character we haven't met yet, but I talked about her a lot in the first installment of this. Short version is she is kind of a sexy wife doppelganger that Silent Hill has created from James's psyche to kind of be a temptation to stay in the town, to not face up to the truth, to not remember what really happened. We won't talk about what really happened. So I always sat there and thought, why are we here? What is this location for? And so then we get this burger flyer. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with anything. Why would they take the time to put it here? And as my friend Ian, my tandem commentator friend Ian, and I were talking about at one point, if they put something in this game, they had to take time to code that. They had to spend money and resources to do it. If they have something you can pick up and read, it's here for a reason. What reason is that? So what this flyer says, this ad within the restaurant, feel the craving? You just can't help it? Go for it. Happy Burger. What you need is what you get. On the run, grab something to go. I think this refers to Maria in terms of instant gratification. He is on the run with her through the town later. The idea of cravings and giving into them. I think that's Maria. And then, which I thought, it's a stretch. Then, there's a Queen special up here. But first, I need to take care of this one. Now, normally, I try to... Let's dance. I saw that coming. Okay, so now we're going to take a real quick health drink because our friend over there has gotten up, yes. Here we go. I didn't let us stay because I had a bad feeling I was getting our ass kicked. Come on! Are you gonna vomit? Okay, good, you're done. Come on. Hit him with the 3P. No, I'm off rhythm today. No, 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 don't you do it. Ah, I'm blocked in. This is truly a terrible showing. Are you done? Thank you. Okay. Truly, truly. Usually I like coax them to come out, come get me in a more advantageous space. Did I do that? No. Now for all of this Maria business, here's a clock with Mary's time of death on it. I'm trying to decide if I have the gamma too low. There's a Queen's special in here. And there's also a reference to a king, kind of like a Burger King type establishment. But the Queen makes me think we're also talking about at least one of the two women, Mary and Maria, and it would probably be Maria. See, and he's still bloody. For all of that, the other thing I love is that he has this iconic green jacket. I didn't realize it was iconic when I started playing the game, but there's a Bloober Team video where the developers actually show that they got a jacket that looks like this, that's the right kind of fabric, and they like rustle it into the microphone to get just the perfect sound effect. This was so important to them, which I think is hilarious. But his jacket is magical because when you heal him, his jacket also heals. There's nothing here, but I'm looking around. Okay, so here we have, for anybody outside the United States wondering about the fact that there are so many American flags around the town, that's just accurate. That's just what we're like here. They're all over my town too. We're just like that. So here's a traversal. All right. We're gonna go in here. In this game, if there is a place you can go, you should go. You should look at everything. And this is why I played for 2 hours the other day. Yes, a syringe. I played for 2 hours today and just barely got us into town doing anything. Or not yesterday, last time. Now, come on, you can go. Now, if I had gone back here, which I should have, you can look. Oh, you can open it now. You would have been able to look through the porthole and you would have been able to see that there was something back there that we hadn't gotten to yet. Okay, I don't think we can go out the door, right? We just need to go back the way we came. Let me check something. Okay, we're recording just... Oh, are you back up? Did you get back up? Oh my God. Where are you? Oh, stop. Oh, stop. Stop it. All right, here we go. Not doing it this time. You kind of have to warm up. If I don't warm up, I'm a little bit off rhythm. So we have so many places in town that I'm going to show you. Not the frame rate. Here's my dog. He's upset. What am I yelling about? This is a very nice little area that we will come back to in the pitch dark when we get out of the hospital. Will there be something waiting for us? Yes. So let's pull up the map. I've been a big girl and not been pulling it up. Neely Street has all kinds of important stuff up and down for us to look at. But partly, I'm going to walk us to dead ends, because at that point, at least he'll map that it's a dead end, and we know we don't have to go there. My dog is licking my arm. He's very upset. He doesn't like it when I play video games. Or video game. Just this one. Okay. Cooper, honey, it's okay. You will notice that I talk to James a little bit the way I talk to my dog. Because I'm not usually one of the southern types. You're going to get up, aren't you? I wanted to go the other way anyway. You can just wait. I'm not really one of the southern types who goes around saying honey and sweetie all the time, so it's unusual for me to do that with James. Oh, who is it? I need to be here. Okay, I need to be here. Excellent. Cooper, I'm happy. It's honey. It's okay. Honey, it's okay. Yeah, I don't call James honey the way his wife does. I call him honey the way I call my dog honey. Sweetie. Okay, here's another bad day, James. One of the models. A lot of times when you pick something up in this game, you pick it up at a price. Oh, don't bite me in the foot. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Stop it. James, we need some coffee. Are you done? Yeah, we'll just call it done. This is the James model again. He's had a very bad day. I believe in time loop theory. This is James that has not survived his loop. So let's pick this up. You will see sooner or later. You will see. That looks promising. Okay. Most importantly, honey, why are you going backwards? I'm going to get you a drink. I can't watch you stagger around like that. Checked from 0000 to 4013. Took almost 2 hours. Had to run. Checked from 4014 to 4439. Had to run again. I feel like I'm so close now. I just know it. Okay, so I'm going to flip it. We're going to officially get that. I like reading it in the original handwriting or font or whatever off the document because I get a better sense of the emphasis or punctuation. But we do need to look at the official transcription. Okay, this is a clue to a keypad at Grand Market where we can get in and get all kinds of helpful stuff. I know the code because I've played it before, also because I've watched many playthroughs. I didn't want to cheese it. I could have gone in and done that, but I wanted... Here, have a drink. I can't watch you do that. I wanted us to do it as honestly as possible so you could see how it needs to be done. Okay, where are we? Okay, yeah, I'm going to go this way. There's another drug hotline poster. News. Here's the thing about white cloth marking traversals and things you can interact with. Like, okay, thanks. And I was asking, oh, stop it. Stop it, I hate those. Oh, you too. Come get it. I was asking what these barriers are. Like, I'm sure they're like a construction or block something off. I've never seen anything like this in real life. It looks like a renovation thing that's up 40 feet at multiple dead ends. Like, I don't know. Let me see where I'm supposed to go. Neely Street. Okay, Grand Market that we want to go back to is not near this. It's closer to Woodside. Sorry, I have this actual printed out outline, and when you see how complex this game is, you'll understand why I have it. Okay. I don't see on here where we're supposed to go, so we're just gonna wing it. But this is why I zig and zag across the streets. This town is fully half restaurants and half auto shops, and I don't really know how to explain that. Do we do anything here? No? Okay. What's across here? There's our rig. What do we do here? Anything? Anything? The rare tricolor van. Okay. Fashion envelopes? Oh, okay. Magical envelopes. That's a reference to something, and I cannot remember what it is. It may be something from another game. Let's see. We're gonna run back and forth. Is this the Happy Burger we're back at? Yes, it is. Okay, Neely Street. This is part of my notes. Neely Street. All of these streets were named for authors. Spoiled it there. This information comes from something fans colloquially call the Book of Lost Memories. I think the actual publication title is Lost Memories, Silent Hill Chronicle. Came out several years back. And Neely Street is named after the pulp author Richard Neely. It could have just been a fun genre author. His book, The Plastic Nightmare, became the film Shattered. I am not sure of the thematic connection there. May not have specifically been one. Let's see. Not sure why we have black smoke fog right there. We're going to look around. Where are we looking for? Okay, here's a good one. Oh, we're in a wonderful place. Okay. So I told you last time, James kind of has a leg thing. Kind of a leg man. And this dance company, right? When you get to the mannequins, my favorite enemy, there's a lot that goes into their design. They have bare feet, kind of wrapped in whatever white fabric, bandage kind of material. It does kind of look like a ballerina's feet. So we got to break some glass. Here we go. Don't drag your heels. Hit the dance floor. No partner? No problem. Singles, we'll pair you up. You include widowers in that? Like, we find out that James had some frustration that he essentially had a dead bedroom while his wife was in the hospital, in hospice. And so to sit there and say singles, it's kind of like he kind of wished he was. He kind of says that later. I mean, it's rough. Now, what am I here for? Yes, this is our first strange photo. It says, I've been happy. So there's 4 kind of burns right there. We turn it around. 6. This spells out a mysterious message. This is the 6th photo in this series. You count whatever object. There seems 4 holes in this case. A very clever Redditor figured this out. And I wish I had their name right in front of me, because they absolutely deserve credit for this. There are multiple videos going through this where they will give that Redditor full credit. I'm trying to see if I have it in my notes. I don't. But this is the first photo you find, and what you do for IVEB, the letter B. This is 6th in the series. When you spell it all out, it says, and honestly, this gave me a chill the first time I heard this, you've been here for 2 decades. Which, people read this one of 2 ways. If you love time loop theory, you go, holy shit, he's actually been going through this time loop for 2 decades. Since 2001, when this game may have been set, for the 23 years until this game came out. This game is actually not a sequel, it's not a remake, it's maybe not even a sequel, it's a continuation. It's been going on this whole time. And maybe Silent Hill throughout the years has been kind of revising, freshening up the surroundings for James. And this is what it currently looks like, but he's been going through it for some 20 years. If you don't like time loop theory, the interpretation is you, the fans, have loved this game for 2 decades, and you've been here with it. I only got here a few months ago. I only got here in October, so that's moot for me. I'm like, no, I'm time loop theory all the way. So we have collected this photo. Very exciting. You get a collectible achievement for getting all of them, so I was not leaving the street until I had it. Andy's Tool Shop. Andy has a tool shop and a bookstore? But as you'll see, it says World's Finest Metal Gear, which is a reference to Metal Gear Solid. Let's see what we got here. Silent Hill Tavern. I think I passed this last time. I was content to do so. Sushi. Oh, okay, here was another thing I wanted to point out. Also, smash up the scarf loot. Baby goods, baby and kids superstore. I think we see a billboard for this later. Masahiro Ito, the creature monster designer, confirmed that he designed the bobblehead nurse. The bubblehead. They may be bobbleheads. I think that's fair. The bubblehead nurses to have sort of a baby, especially around the mouth, sort of a baby face, a baby doll face, because James and Mary had wanted to have kids. And they didn't get to, presumably because of Mary's illness. And you will see later that Mary definitely wanted kids. She wants to adopt a young girl in the game. But this confirms that both she and James wanted to have kids. And there are 2 different baby stores. Baby goods stores. You don't buy the babies. Baby goods stores in Silent Hill, which seems like a lot for a town this small, but okay. So it's definitely, and it's that color, the color of his car, that turquoise color. I'm not saying every time you see that color it has to do with James, but it's worth considering. So this is something else from his psyche, something that he wanted, and that was part of why Mary's illness was hard on both of them. Let's see. You see an empty crib at one point. I'm trying to think if there's any other references to that. But it's very subtle, and I would have thought I was making it up, except that Masahiro Ito did confirm that on, I want to say, Twitter. He has since moved to Blue Sky, and I need to check both those accounts. I left Twitter 2 years ago. Fuck Twitter. I need to check and see if he said anything else super interesting. Okay, so we passed Humongous Burritos last time. Grand Market! Grand Market! Here we are. Here we are. And I can do this honestly. Here we go. What are these? Woodside Apartments flooded. There we go. Okay, there's some little motherfucker down here that always bites me. Get fucked. Alright. Here we go. So the idea was that whoever, Bad Day James, wrote this note was saying that he had tried to brute force the numbers. And he gives you a pretty good idea of what numbers you could start with. The numbers are different on light, standard, and hard. And on standard, it happens to be 4, 4, 4, 4. Hooray. Here we go. So we're now going to look through this old grocery store and pick up some valuable loot. Look at that. I apologize that when I explore, I have a very jerky camera movement because I'm very carefully shifting back and forth. Thank you. That's just my style. I'm very proud of myself that I actually have a play style as opposed to when I first started this game and couldn't walk. I'm very impressed that I even am competent enough to have stylistic preferences. It's bullets! Yay! I can't wait to get our handgun. I sound like such an American being that excited about firearms, and I apologize. I like to save all my bullets as long as I can so that I have plenty of ammo for Toluca Prison. And then I just shoot everything. Because they really overwhelm you in Toluca Prison. Here we go. So we're gonna, yeah, sorry, I bump into things when I'm doing my jerky little search missions. The Queen Special. There you go. Honestly, Bloober. The patient's well-being is in your hands. This is one of those things I'm going to get to the end of the game and point out to you. Get a job you love at Brookhaven. Get a job at Brookhaven, and you will never work a day in your life. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. So we're going to look around. There's 3 health items. Okay, so I found 3, right? And then there's 3 ammo items, and I think it's around in here. Yay! Yeah, we got everything. If we can pick it up. Come on, James. You got it. That long arm of yours. There we go. This is so exciting. And I got it honestly. I found the code note first. I really didn't want to just cheese it. Like, I shouldn't know this, but I do. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're just wandering around. Let's see. Okay, I know where I am. It's not that. I want to decide where to go. I think American Cafe is actually closed to us. I don't think we actually ever get in there. That's across the street. Okay. So I think... Are you going to get up? Are you going to get up? Lucky Jade Restaurant. We don't go in there. If there's anything in front of the glass, we can't get into it. Like, half-drawn curtains. We can't do that. Let's see. No trespassing. There's that drug hotline again. They had a huge problem. Wait, let me not walk into that. Let's see. Grand Market Old Bakery Cafe. Like I said, this place is fully half restaurants. Now, I love when James sees something before I do. I appreciate that. I like it when he pulls his own weight. A nice little bag. Drifting by. Yeah, one time it blew into his face, which was... I felt bad about it, but it was also pretty funny. We're gonna... That's Lucky Jade, right? Big problems with drugs. Which I believe the cult that runs the town, the Order, I believe it distributes that drug, if I recall correctly. So that's part of the problem. Okay, I think, are we at Saul Street Apartments? If not, we're very close. Oh, what now? Oh, it's you! Oh, stop it! They come out from under the cars. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You're probably right behind me. No, no, no! Stop it! Stop it! No! Stop it! Oh my god, I hate you so much. I just got those drinks. I don't want to use them. Oh, fuck off. My dog is upset again. It's okay, sweetie. I'm just getting beaten up. It's okay. Alright, well, I'm supposed to keep him at low health, so we'll risk it. I don't like keeping James at low health And this isn't even low enough because I hate to watch him stagger around and hold his ribs, even though his ribs aren't even where he got hit. But also, I get my ass beat so quickly. Oh, we want to be here. Okay. I get my ass beat so quickly that shit can go south really fast. Okay. At the end of our day of gameplay today, we're going to end up here. Tax and Cafe flyer. We gotta leave. Meet me there. As you see. Nothing on the back. However, it's really good to go here first when things are calm. You're so dramatic, James. Okay. This is a glimpse of the past. This is a dumpster. I think this is the location of originally the coin puzzle that you get elsewhere in Woodside Apartments. Or rather, you're trying to get a coin to come out through a garbage chute, and I guess it comes out here originally. James, I can't watch you do this. Come on. Okay, so there's also a strange photo here. I have to find it. Where is it? I'm not giving up on this. I don't even know what that is. What is going on? Here we go. James! This is why I got leave the first time, because I heal this man constantly because I can't stand it. I'm such a soft touch about him getting injured. Okay, if I can't find... Oh, there it is. Oh, what do I hear? What do I hear? Oh, it's you! Do not distract me from getting my photo or I'm going to be so angry. No. Oh, okay, we got it. We got it. Oh, stop. Stop. James. James! We are putting in such a terrible day of gameplay. It's fine. Just leave it. Just leave it. My dog is so upset. My dog is upset that I'm playing so badly. Where was that photo? I've never picked this up before. Okay. So many people here. I guess maybe you would count the blackened windows, the open windows. That might lead you to 5. Okay. 1. So many people here. Okay, I said 5, right? So that would take us to the letter Y, and that would start us off with, you have been here for 2 decades. I'm not going to do that with every single photo. I'm not going to try to figure that out for you, but you can see the vision here. Okay, I think this was also... You're going to get up, aren't you? You're going to get up. All right, so this is a glimpse of the past. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. We will see this elsewhere. We're just not seeing it right now. This is where it used to be. Come on, get up. I know. I know you're coming. I didn't kill you. Yeah, they don't want to because I'm looking. If I were prepared, they wouldn't find it any fun. I know what it is. They want to wait until I pick this note up. I'm all over the place today, I'm sorry. What are they? I shouldn't go through. I don't know why. I won't. They don't stink, but it feels like they do. No smell at all. Well, that's a strange observation, but that seems valid. Are you getting up? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I'm over this. I'm still over you. Okay. I really don't want to insult Masahiro Ito when I say that I hate those things. I guess I mean that as a compliment to the creature designer. Like, please don't think I hate your work, sir. It's just that I don't like the gameplay. It's not even that I don't like it. I guess I appreciate how fucking annoying it is. James, stop staggering around. Please. Please. Did I kill you? Did I? Maybe? Oh, you're the one I couldn't finish killing. Yeah, I still can't finish killing you. This is embarrassing. It's honestly just embarrassing. We're better than this, James. Are you staggering? Are you limping? No, we can't do this. Okay. Excellent. So I wanted to take us down Cat Street. That's excellent. I'm going to keep going down Cat Street because Big J's is a big hub for things to do. And I want to make sure, because we're going to have to go back to Saul Street. So that way we will have to go back. Yeah, let's bob and weave a little bit. We got Lucky Jade. Grand Market, we've already been there. James, I can't stand this. Big J's. All right. Did we get our ass kicked in here? Because if so, I may want to heal you up on principle. Office space for rent. I showed you that in the original parking lot. James is an office worker, whatever that means. Oh, it's you. It's you. Come on, James. You got this. No! Why are you like this? Okay. Like I said, I hate being a person who beats these things up. Are you done? Who beats these things up constantly. But it's self-defense at this point. Something I'll say about the creature design is that, you know, they constantly have these long, I won't say sexy legs. It's kind of like it's from his psyche thinking legs are sexy, but then it's like coated in blood and vomit and grime. So it feels like these monsters are very aggressive and confrontational. And the mood there is kind of like these monsters coming up to him and saying, like, oh, you like this? Oh, you like looking at other women's legs? How you like it now? You get to the mannequins and they like punch you in the face. They're two sets of legs and they punch you in the face with their ankles. Did we come in through here? We do. So it's like they have aspects that are sexualized, but I don't think they're actively sexy in the moment. And I know people really like the nurses and they do cosplay, and more power to them. But I personally, as the B in the LGBTQ, I don't personally find them actively sexy in the moment. Cherry pie poster, very Twin Peaks. James, you gotta buck up, man. Okay. That man was here again. I told him he'd been warned not to come here. He acted like he didn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, he got up and left. He didn't make any sort of fuss, but there's something about him that gives me the creeps. When I look at his face, it's like I'm staring at a mask, and there's something underneath waiting to get out. I don't want to be there when that happens. This is that man that we're talking about who, like, I think it's the same person who broke the jukebox, who is running around kind of unnerving everybody. And I do think it is meant to be a bad day, James. It is meant to be a reflection of his feelings and his past actions in some way, without being literal. This is new to New Game Plus. New best friend is a puppy. It's a magazine. Your new best friend. In the end, only a four-legged friend can truly help you make sense of things. Review the best stores for doggy accessories. Find the perfect doghouse for your furry friend. Meet the cutest, cuddliest good boys around. Meanwhile, there's like some shit right here waiting for me. Okay. You want to come closer? Do I need to come to you? A lot of things I can't do today. Come on, don't go that way. Ah! God damn it! This is just a clusterfuck. Oh my god. Stop it. I'm actually not trying to get him to low health. I'm trying to get him low enough to make a drink worthwhile. My dog is so upset. The cutest, cuddly, good boy around. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's so upset. Sorry, I'm having to pet my dog real quick. Alright. The healing drinks heal, I think, 30%, and I hate overshooting that. I try to get my money's worth on those. You end up using them because they're quicker than a syringe in the heat of the moment, and a syringe is a 100% heal, and I don't like wasting those if I don't have to. You got something here? You got anything here? No? No, you don't. Okay, so I believe the other day when I said this is a back way I don't want to go into yet. Well, it wasn't that door, clearly. Okay. On my timing run last Monday, I ended up coming into the store and immediately running into the lying figure. Okay, what we got? We got anything? Here we go. Just to say we did. Here we are on the other side. There's Cafe Mist. T's Italian restaurant? Right. So I walked past the store and said, I'm not ready to go in there yet. Because I wanted to go, again, that door doesn't open. I wanted to go into Big J's from the front. Okay. Are you going to get up? I'm sorry, James, I keep bumping you into things. I thought we were better than that. I really did. I don't think I got to break into this. I'm still not breaking into it. Can we walk over a smidge? Thank you. No? Like I said, I used to be really precious about breaking things. But then, this town tested my patience. I didn't feel bad anymore. I'm turning us around because I want us to look at the facade. It's the Pet Center! This is only on New Game Plus. You can't get in. I'm so excited. It's the Pet Center. You'll find out why I'm excited about it. So there is a joke ending with a dog, a Shiba Inu named Mira. And there's actually two different versions of the ending. The longer version was on the original 1.0 PS. Are we up to PS5? I don't know. On the the PlayStation edition. And then when they did a patch, it changed to the original version from the version from the original game. So you're here to find part of a key, and then you'll find the other half somewhere else. Okay, here we go. That's dark as hell. We caught it near cats. We never should have brought it here. I don't know what to do. I know it's there, sitting and staring. Can't let it out. Can't walk away. Won't let me go. Don't look at it. Don't look at it in the eyes. I have no idea what this refers to. We just have pet horror in the middle of all of this. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. There's just shit going on in this game. There's nothing to do with James. That's somebody else's story. And he's just like, have you seen my wife? Like, he just does not even have time for this. All right. Here's the first item we need to get the key for the dog ending. I don't think I'll try to get that on this run. I think it would kind of spoil the mood. Sorry. I'm not I'm not playing my best today. I'm not impressing people with what a good gamer I've become at all. There's a reason they tell you this here. Oh, stop! That's right. Dog still upset. Alright. One of the reasons they tell you this here is that if you hadn't been to Grand Market... Step back a little bit. Thank you. This would be the first ammo you get. But also because you need to know that you need to smash the window of this jeweler's, which you can't do until you're on New Game Plus. But when you do, you get this handy UFO gem. This is the other joke ending, the UFO ending. And you will use it to summon a UFO to come pick you up at the hotel at the final level or so. I'm also not trying to get that ending, but I think when we're on top of the Saul Street Apartments, we can use it, and I'd like to do that at least once. Okay, that's the same newspaper. Do they even sell newspapers anymore in boxes like that? I don't even know. I used to get the newspaper when I was at college. I used to get USA Today from the box down by the calf. Here's the other dry cleaners. It's closed, but this is why I think the other dry cleaner might actually be a wet cleaner, a laundromat. Do we get anything here except mannequins? I wrote just kind of a little joke post called Pyramid Head Friendship Hill because I play Hello Kitty Friendship Island pretty faithfully, and Tuxedo Sam has a little fashion shop, and you can dye clothes there, and I felt like that would be a perfect place for James to dye his bloody jackets there at the fashion boutique on Friendship Hill. Okay, baby's closet. So once again, here's a second baby store. Like, they really... Thought I heard something. They really want us to notice this concept. Okay. There's an ad for Quiet Cocktails, which I find to be a slightly odd name. It's not catchy. It's just kind of like, well, it's a quiet place to drink, I guess. Impressive. Impressive what? We don't know. What's this say? Something. Let's see. We're getting near groovy music. I didn't intend to end up here first, but we're just living. We're just going where the day takes us. Neighborhood cafe. I can't remember if we go in here. Oh, you see it there. You see it. Okay. They moved the door that wakes in darkness to here. And there's a reason for that. Come on, you can read it. You can read it. Door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. When you come out of Brookhaven Hospital in the middle of the night, you will end up coming through this door on the other side. And so literally, the door that wakes in darkness, you'll be here in the middle of the night. Opening into nightmares. It won't be fun when you get there. By any means. James, honey. I'm trying not to get you too close. And I'm failing you every time. Alright. Groovy music is a gigantic clusterfuck. I did a really good job once. And every other time, I have just massively fucked it up. Alright. I'm trying to be good to you, babe. I'm trying to get you right where you need to be. Because what's about to happen to us is going to be really, really ugly. And I'm very sorry about that. If you don't like vomit, it's already too late for you. This game has already been terrible for you. If you don't like vomit, we're about to get a lot of it. I'm very sorry about that. I hate going in here. Okay. It's such a nice little record store. It's so nice. Alright, batter up. Let's go. Alright, how do we want to handle this? Sometimes I lure them outside, and it still blows up in my face. So we're going to try to get this immediately. Get it? No! James! James! James, you can do this. Where is it? We got this. We got this. No, I can operate a camera. We got this. Don't throw up on me. James, hit it. James! Oh my god. This is still not the worst I've ever played it. There you go. Good man. Cooper, honey, it's okay. We're not, it's fine. It's just a computer game. We're okay. We're okay. Here we go. Okay, here's why I've been calling this character the janitor. The janitor came in the other day, drunk and in tears. Had half a record with him. Kept yelling we gotta fix it somehow. I was willing to do it just to shut him up. So I got up to get the glue from the cabinet, but then he realized he only had the one half, so he ran out. Can't do much about the record. Maybe ask around at Neely's the next time you're there. Might be one of theirs. So there's this very erratic janitor character. And I almost wonder if maybe at the barber shop, either that's who wrote the note about hearing the scraping noise, or when they said, he says he didn't hear it, they were referring to him. Because you will hear this character called the janitor in multiple notes, which makes me go, is there just one janitor in Silent Hill? Is he like a freelance janitor? Does he just work everywhere? Why does everybody know him as the janitor? Oh, I was going to mention this. Remember how I said that flowers represent Mary, specifically white flowers? Why is there this bouquet in a record store? And why does it also look fresh and alive after this town's been abandoned for at least like 20 years? Well, because it is kind of a dream logic landscape, but also because we have this whole subplot about music will bring you back to your memories. And so this record will specifically bring him back to memories of Mary. This is unrelated to Mary. Out of This World magazine, special issue. Alien device found in local store. We just picked that up. Bizarre findings on roof of local building. We're going to try to activate the gem on the roof of Saul Street. Prehistoric creature spotted in local lake. I forget what this has to do with anything. This is another location that you need to try to activate the gem. Paranormal activity in local hotel. You also go there and that's where the UFO picks you up. You got to see it to believe it. Truly, you do. Okay, here we go. Let's go back a little bit. James will look very persistently in the direction of something you need to pick up, and I appreciate that. Okay. Face the music. Find the melody of your dreams and kick up your heels. Okay, so the melody of your dreams, your memories. Face the music. Yeah, that's what James is here to do. It's going to take him a minute to do that, though. Here we go. Okay, I don't think we see that other bit until later. I'm going to walk you up so that we don't swing and a miss again. Side note. Oh boy. There's a poster that says, "Don't let alcohol shatter your life." You'll see this ad as well throughout town. When we get to Heaven's Night, James is going to look at an alcoholic drink. I don't know if it was whiskey that someone pours for him. He is going to give it a really weird look. This really longing, no, I shouldn't, I don't. It implies he had an alcohol problem during Mary's illness. And Ian found me some flavor text from the original game where the original James is looking at some bottles of liquor. And I think he actually says, I had a drinking problem. So this is very much a thing. There's also an album in here somewhere. It's several places in the music store that says "Don't Quit." And I think that's a suggestion against suicidal ideation that relates to the Leave ending. Don't give up. Don't, take care of yourself. Don't quit. There it is. Up above his head. I mean, again, as I've mentioned, suicidal ideation is a big theme in this game, and they handle it very delicately. Like, don't quit. You wouldn't necessarily peg that as being about that. So it is subtle, but I will do big things. Okay, I was like, what does that say? Don't Quit also kind of has a real Springsteen kind of look to it. It's very subtle, but suicidal ideation is a theme in this game if that's tough for you. Trying to see what that says. And some of the endings do involve some subtle, but he does choose to take his own life, and so I want you to know that's what we're kind of dealing with here. Here we go. Music can bring you back to those wonderful moments you thought lost. That's what this entire jukebox puzzle is actually about. Don't get bored. Don't look at your nails. You need to pay attention to this. Okay. I'm going to walk through here, but I think we have found everything. I Love Groovy Music is the name of the store. I think we've had a very successful day getting through this area of the map. If I have missed something, I will shit kittens. Oh my god. Okay, Neely Street. That's of the past. The bear, the note. Okay. The pet center, the jeweler, the baby closet. Okay, we got that. The fashion boutique. Did I miss the travel agency? Because I really wanted y'all to see that. I did. They are so out of pocket. Bloober Team is so out of pocket here. Well, that wasn't the part. Here we go. Okay, do we read it? Toluca Lake. Enjoy almost 60 acres of a picturesque retreat. It's the perfect romantic getaway. Okay. The hotel is where we're going to end up. We're going to meet Marie on the other side of the lake. Lakeside Amusement Park. Spend a magical evening with Robbie the Rabbit, Kathy the Kitty, Huey the Horse, and Dawn the Duck. I think this is a major location in Silent Hill 3. Fun times await. Lighthouse. Take in the view. Let it take your breath away. Bloober. Mary has respiratory issues. That's so out of pocket. Let's see. Does it go down? Old Silent Hill. Venture off the beaten path and discover the hidden gems of Silent Hill, such as the beautifully preserved Balkan Church. And I think that's from Silent Hill 1. Let's take a look at all of that. The lighthouse also references the Lady of the Light local legend that I think... it doesn't reference that legend because that involves a candle, but in terms of there being a light, you'll see the light when we're at the pier later on. It's a similar metaphor for Mary as being associated with light. Have I broken into this car yet? It might have something nice. Disappointment. Okay. So this was honestly a very productive street. Cat Street. Did I break into that? Is there anything here? Oh no, I think that's Big J's. Okay. So now, aren't you proud of me? I haven't been using the map because I'm lost. I'm using it to strategize. So we've been to Woodside. We've been all the way down Martin Street to the east because we have that barricade marked off. If I don't get everything, I'm going to be so pissed off. Okay. So I think we're going to continue going down Neely Street. See, if I didn't have my notes, I wouldn't have known to look at the travel agency. There was a calendar in the music store, and I didn't look at it, but it says 1983. So I keep saying, when did Silent Hill just die as a town? Now, we're assuming also that this isn't just in James's head or in his version of Silent Hill. It might be a thriving town in a totally different dimension. I don't know. If I went there, I might go to thriving tourist town Silent Hill. And James is over here. Angela is in her own. Eddie is in his own. And so maybe it's got the year 1983 because that meant something to James. I don't know. Let's see. So we saw Giga Computers, which is original game reference to Giga Store. We saw the Baby and Kids Superstore. We saw Silent Hill Fresh Meats with the photo. We found the Grand Market clues. We saw the dance company. We saw the Happy Burger. Okay, so now, let's see. Oh, okay, we're getting to something I missed the first time around. Okay, we're going to Harris Street, which, as you can imagine, is named after Thomas Harris, who wrote Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, book Hannibal, which then I recapped the show Hannibal. Okay, we're going in the correct direction. Here we go. Take a little jog. I think the American Cafe is closed. Let's check on it. Yeah, I think there's no way to get in. Right, he's crossed it off. See, because, like, this is closed. He can't crawl through curtains. There's the drug hotline. All right, that's Grand Market. We're doing good. Auto parts. Humongous burritos. I think we were here the other day. Okay, Baby Goods Superstore. Are you gonna get up? Enemies are 20% more likely to get up on New Game Plus. That or 20% of them get up? I don't know. It's very rude, is what I'm getting at. It's very rude and I don't care for it. Okay, Dance Company. We've been through here. Is that the Happy Burger? Cravings on the Run. Here we go. Saul Street. Saul Street was named after the horror suspense writer John Saul, who wrote Suffer the Children and Cry for the Strangers. I am not terribly familiar with what either of those books are about. I looked and I couldn't tell what the thematic relevance was. Okay, so are we on Harris Street? Or are we? Well, I can't see from that angle, so we don't know. I think maybe we're not. Oh, I see. I haven't gone far enough yet. Okay. Oh, it's you! Oh, I'm so over you. Okay, we're not doing that. I'm so over this. Don't upset my dog like that. It's very sensitive. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Now, where did I need to go on Harris Street? Okay. Well, that was my fault. That was not your fault. Okay, Saul Street. Where am I going? Okay, so we're trying to go to This is why you open the map 10,000 times, honestly. But I really... Good. Okay. There's a lot to see on Harris Street. You'll see some moths later in the game. You'll see a moth room puzzle with the clock. Oh, of course. Of course. Okay, get close enough. Okay. Let's dance. Yeah, stomp it. There you go. Okay, so here's another bad day, James. He's not having a good time. That's clearly his jacket, his boots. Oh, okay, this time I find the map. I didn't get this last time. Or ever. So this is someone who's been through a time loop previously and didn't make it out. It might be someone, if you go with the theory that James just sort of puts his own face on other people that he can't perceive. Maybe this is someone who's not James, but who also had a reason to search for something in town. And that's his copy of the map. Or this is James who did not make it out alive from a previous time loop. Okay. I'll write down what I've learned so far. Maybe it'll help you somehow. If you're reading this, I'm probably dead. So this is a James, if it's a James, who's figured out that he's probably figured out that he's in a time loop, that there will be a James after him. And maybe it will help that James, and maybe it won't. It seems like they're attracted to light, louder sounds as well. If you want to survive, stay in the dark, stay quiet. Probably won't save you anyway. He's an optimist, that James. That refers to the way that when you're creeping around in the Woodside and Blue Creek apartments, turning your flashlight off may be helpful. And the moment you shoot something, it's on. Why do you roar? Why are you like this? What is your problem? In all honesty, the roaring may have to do with the theme of verbal abuse, which I mentioned at the beginning when Mary sort of confesses in a longer version of the letter. And she says, you know, I was so angry when I found out I was going to die. I lashed out at everyone I loved. This place, all it's ever brought me is pain and misery. There's nothing in the back, okay. There is a mannequin, because that's what you keep in RVs. Thank you. See, we've got a nice little hoard going on here. Trying to see if there's anything in here of interest. Let's not quite get up so close in your business. Okay, I didn't pick that one up. They can be killed. Just make sure they stay down. Okay, I didn't find that hilarious until I found it last Monday. And I was like, no fucking kidding. They get up all the fucking time now. Jesus. I'm going to check my inventory because I want to make sure I've gotten everything. Saul Street note. Motorhome note. Saul Street note. Okay, so I have three notes and a map. Good for me. Okay. Okay, I think we can go to the apartments now. Are we going across the way to... No, I think we're going back down. Okay, I think that's the balcony we're going to be on in a few minutes. Green Pharmacy. All right, we're at the right place. You can't get into Green Pharmacy from the outside. Though we will go there. Okay, this is a nice little relaxing tutorial on several skills you'll need if you're a new gamer like me. If you're an experienced gamer, you probably won't even notice that they're doing this. We can't get in. All right. All right, I can operate a camera just fine. All right, so a little skill here. When you see a piece of furniture, you can move it out of the way. All right, here we go. Let's look around. They have the smallest beds in these little apartments. I say that like, well, let's have a huge bed in a tiny apartment. Like, of course they do. When I had a college dorm, I had the tiniest bed known to man. Okay, so we have the key to apartment, not the frame rate. We have the key to apartment 5, which is not 9. But the game is going to teach us how to figure out how to get to somewhere we actually want to go. Apartment 5 left his key. Says there's a leak from upstairs. Gotta check it out. That's the leak that you see in the newspaper. So apparently this note was left at a time before that severe flooding, which is interesting because that means that various parts of the town exist at different times, different places in space-time, which is true because you see a receipt dated from the 70s, but that calendar's last date was in the 80s. So it does sort of suggest an inconsistent spread of time over the area. There's nothing here, but I'm just going to take us here. I've already gotten the knock on all the locked doors achievement. No, wait, there is something to see here, and it's the pharmacy. I'm glad I went. Okay. Here we go. Little syringe for our trouble. Here we go. Okay, so this is really interesting. No, it is, I promise. Redditor named Overload Zero figured out that the drug names on this receipt are very similar to medications. They treat various things, but in common, they treat blood cancer. Relevmid is Revlimid. I can link to what they all are. There is one that's an anxiety medication rather than a cancer medication. Zalprazonex is a stand-in for alprazolam for anxiety and panic attacks. I think this poster suggests that that might actually be for James, who seems very anxious at the beginning of the game. I don't know that he had anxiety all the way through her illness. I think that's a very specific event-related anxiety. Like I said, Mary didn't die 3 years ago. Her illness lasted for 3 years, and she has died very recently. And I think he's upset. He's having his mental break over that. We don't necessarily have any evidence that he had anxiety those 3 years. I can see how it was prescribed for Mary, because if you're going through that, you know, having to accept that you're going to die over a fairly long period of time, you're having to live with this diagnosis. I could see Mary having anxiety medication. But that is a theory. And so blood cancer is what these the cancer medications all have in common. That said, in the original game, it was a respiratory and what did they say it was? A respiratory and skin disease, which makes sense because when you see Mary, she has some skin lesions and she has a cough. I don't have a hard source on this, but this Redditor also said that Bloober Team apparently confirmed, maybe on Twitter, that seems to be where they communicate with people. They seem to have confirmed that either Mary has blood cancer or that these medications were in fact for it. I think it works best if you don't know what it was. It may not have even been an actual cancer. It may have been some other kind of degenerative disease. You can tell from the symptoms. She had a cough. She had skin problems and may have had some blood issues. Cancer is just so terrible. It can be a lot of things. So I just kind of hand wave that. But also, as you see, the pharmacy receipt is dated. I want to say that says 1972. Maybe. Looking at it really close, I think maybe it says 1982, which does fit with a calendar that says 1983. I don't know if this is meant to say that Mary's illness happened in 1983, or if it is simply that is one of the last years that the town had people in it. It's hard to say. James is driving a really busted car that I would be surprised to find out he was driving in 2001, even though that's when the game came out. So it may be that this actually is set in 1983. It's hard to say. But if it also says you have been here for 2 decades, that could mean he got here in 1983 and has been here for 20 years or so until 2001. It could be 2 decades, 2001 to 2024. I'm not real big on figuring out specific answers. I like having some options. I like having some vague ideas. I don't need it to be figured out. For a story like this with dream logic, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's a story. It works better with the fewer hard details you have in some ways. All right, see, a little bit of white cloth there. Here we go. What are we getting into? The Saul Street Apartments are this nice little relaxing tutorial where nothing is going to get you. You can just kind of vibe. You can learn some skills, some concepts. We don't go in here. Also, I get lost. I go through the wrong door. Do we have any disappointment? We don't even have any disappointment. Okay. There's notes to pick up. Okay. This person's having a problem. All right. I'm certain now it's coming from that apartment. Apartment 9, where the janitor lives. It's coming from that apartment. I keep telling them, why won't they do something? It's unbearable. I can feel it seeping into my skin, pushing itself into my lungs. Everybody in town got a problem. Here's another fan, like I was telling you about, the fans that represent cycles, repetition. Here's a painting of a lighthouse, that whole idea of Mary as a light, a guiding light. Let's see. I'm not going to go so far as to be like, all the dead plants represent Mary being dead. I'm not going to go that far. The town's been abandoned. They're dead. It does, however, make it a lot more obvious when you see a live plant or a live bouquet of flowers that it's there for a reason. Okay. So we also learned that you can unlock apartments from the inside if you can find a way to climb into them. This is something, and like, this all sounds very obvious, but when you get to a place like Brookhaven Hospital, where I got lost for half an hour at a shot because I didn't realize I needed to go through a traversal that was hidden by a wardrobe, you see how them teaching you this becomes important. You need to know that these are things you can and should look to do. Okay. Okay, so we must be near... I'm sorry, I whipped that camera around. We must be near apartment 5. All right. So it's also teaching you the logic, if you don't usually play games, that you're going to go to the places they tell you to go, and you're going to figure out how to get where you really want to go from there. Nothing in here. There is, however, a mirror that James can't see himself in. And if you look, I don't even think that you can see that he's there at all through the cracked mirror. Like it kind of hand waves, oh, he can't see himself because it's cracked. No, you don't even see that anybody's there at all. Which I kind of think is partly James can't look himself in the eye because of things he's done. But also the town itself that's kind of signifying that it's not real. It can't reflect him back to himself. Here's another clock with Mary's time of death. All clocks, always. I looked. Okay, so there is currently something moving around in this apartment building, right above this one, just like the tenant said, and it's still currently here, which honestly is pretty alarming. Okay, I'm trying to make sure there's not any notes in here I need to... You get an achievement for picking up all the notes, for picking up all the photos, for finding all of the collectible glimpses of the past. Now, I have never successfully done this. I've only played it once all the way through. I do plan to play this game a third time to get other endings. So I have another chance, but we're going to get all of them, if it is within my power. Okay, this is the balcony we saw from the street. That's fine. Look at that beautiful fog. You can just kind of see the beautiful volumetric fog. They did such a good job. Not very much. And there it goes. Okay, now I believe we are now... I'm sorry, I'm whipping this around. I'm clipping like hell. This is the janitor's apartment. See, he has a box of records. Loves him some records. We have some floral wallpaper, that whole Mary symbolism. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even trying to. Okay, several things blacked out, blocked off. And then she came and washed it all away. It all started to make sense again. It's this place. I can't fight it. Gotta get my head straight. Quick stop at Texan. Then we're going. So you remember that note we picked up outside? Meet me at Texan. I don't know who she is, except simply a reflection. Suitcases? No. Simply a reflection of Mary. Okay. Trying to make sure I see everything. There's the All Stars pizza box. I assume the Chinese food container is from Lucky Jade. Let's see. Oh yes, there is something in here. It's what we came for. Okay, apparently in the original game, James stuck his arm into a hole one time, and Bluebird Team decided to run with that and make it something he just does constantly. And he doesn't want to do this. How does he know to do this? Why would he do this the first time? Because we make him. He doesn't want to. Look at this. He's just like, oh, don't make me do this. Why would the janitor do this? Why would he do this? Okay. Okay, here's something interesting. I don't know what that is. However, Pyramid Head does have some weird black substance smeared up and down his forearms. And that sound we heard from below, it's not unlike him dragging the great knife around in other buildings. So there's kind of an implication that maybe Pyramid Head, as part of James's psyche, is running around and dragging around and scaring people. And that may be what's freaking everybody out. Now, let's see if we can use... Can we use it? Maybe I could use it somewhere. There you go. There you go. Yep. That's what you do. You do that a few more places and you get picked up. I would prefer, I've already looked around, there's nothing here. I would prefer not to do any joke endings on this run and spoil the vibes. But if I do get them, I'll record them and come bring them back to y'all. Okay, so this was Saul Street. I want to make sure we've been everywhere I wanted to go. That's interesting. That arrow running through the two apartment complexes, I've never seen that arrow before. I've never seen him draw that before. That's interesting. Let's see. Okay. Now I think we're going to run back to... We're going to run back to Neely's bar at this point. Unless there's something I missed, I think this is our completed map. Because I've been up and down Cat Street. I've been up and down Neely Street. If I missed something, it is what it is. I think I have found everything I wanted to tell you about. Is this Neely's bar? Look at us go. I didn't have to use the map 10 times. That's very unusual for me. Okay, so I told you last time about the sun and how I think this relates to Mary, the Lady of the Light, being a guiding light for James. Okay. Now, I have in my notes, I never get this right. I usually struggle with this for a good 10 minutes. In my notes, I have, remember, green, red, green, blue, green. So let's hit green, red, green, blue, green. No, that did nothing. Red. I'm so smart. I have all these notes and they don't do shit. Come on, man. Oh, this game is going to embarrass me at every turn. No. Okay, come on, we got this. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. No. No. Did I forget to pick up the glue? I think I did. We have to go back to groovy music. You know, I almost don't mind it. I almost like fucking up. Because number one, that is such a key part of playing Silent Hill 2. Just utterly fucking up. But also we might we might run into something along the way. Oh my God. I did. I truly did. All right. No, no, we have a growth mindset. There's a reason for this to happen. We're going to find a reason. We're going to find a reason to make this be entertaining. No, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so which... Okay, so I'm going the wrong way, correct? So we're going to turn around. We're going to go this way. It's a straight shot. Once I orient myself. Here we go. My dog is just so over all of this. It's a good boy. Are you going to get up? I was so busy telling you about all of this stuff, I nearly said all of this shit, that I forgot to pick up the glue and the record. That was the entire reason. Did I break that? I forgot the entire reason we were there in the first place. I'm going to break a window. I'm going to vent my rage on windows. Okay. No, no, it's fine because this is the most typical thing I could possibly do. Here's the real problem. When I did a timing run, this shit resurrected and came after me again. Don't y'all do it. Don't y'all do it. I will fuck you up again. Holy Jesus, I can't believe I did this. No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh my God. See, here's the thing. I don't want to misspeak about, you know, things I really wanted to tell you about. If I fuck up the game, I don't really mind. I don't mind y'all laughing at me. That's fine. Because that's what I like in a playthrough. I like people having fun. I like people fucking up, if that's what happens to them. I like to see people having a good time, taking a problem in stride. That's right, y'all don't get up. Y'all know. I can't believe. We saw the Alien magazine. We saw all the stuff about music bringing you back. That was important. Jesus. James needed to get his cardio in today. He needed his steps. It's fine. Andy has a tool shop and a bookstore. It's fine. Okay, now as I recall, Neely's Bar is across the street from the Happy Burger. We're not going to overshoot that. So help me God. No, 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 it's fine. It's fine. I am not deeply upset about this at all. I'm fine. It's across it in a different sense, in a different direction. No, it's fine. At least I fixed the fucking thing. Good God. Okay. No, no, it's cool. Okay. I'm not sure where we actually... Okay, we are there. Okay, so as you see, the missing broken record slot is C. Let's go ahead and put that button in. Okay. We're almost done, y'all, I promise. kind of. Okay.
Park on the lake. We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us staring at the water.
Okay. There is something to be said for the fact that music brings you back. But what it brings you back to is broken. I'm going to save real quick before I fuck anything up worse. We haven't saved all game. Today, certainly. Okay, so something I want to tell you about. Number one, let's look at Mary. Because we saw a bit of her clothing there. A bit of her sweater. Is there anything on the back? No. That's not the greatest lighting I've ever seen. Let's walk out where the lighting is a little bit better. Let's look at Mary's picture without a glare on it. So here's her letter. I've heard that as you go throughout the game, the letter gradually disappears. I haven't checked on that. So this is the opening monologue we heard about being in their special place. Nothing on the back, right? Okay. So let's look at that. Again, this picture of Mary looking at it will help me get the in water ending. That's a little better. All right. So you see her clothes that we saw, her sleeve in the memory. Okay. The second thing is that the music on the jukebox is actually a piece called Magdalene that was used for Maria in the original game. You only heard it once, and they used it for her. And so Akira Yamaoka, in redoing the soundtrack and expanding it, has brought this piece of music back, and you hear it several times through the game. And this track on the soundtrack is actually named Anam Cara. I'm saying that wrong. It's based on an Irish phrase meaning soul friend. So compared to Magdalene, this is establishing Mary as a love of the soul, something that's more pure, in compared to Mary Magdalene. And you can talk about historically whether she was or was not actually a prostitute. But in terms of the way people usually think of Mary Magdalene, kind of a scarlet woman, a scarlet egg will later represent Maria later in the game. So you have these two kinds of love compared to each other. But what also occurred to me when I was reading up Anamkara, what this means, is that I'll have to find the exact quote for the write-up, but someone had said that, honestly, I have to pull it up because I'm not going to do justice to it. Fortunately, I know how to get to it very quickly. The martyrology of Angus recounts an incident where Bridget of Kildare counseled a young cleric that, quote, anyone without a soul friend is like a body without a head. Now, what instantly struck me as being interesting about this is that the mannequins are two pairs of legs stitched together. One pair of legs are the arms. And they don't have heads. So in terms of these monsters being delusions and distractions, it's literally like when you don't have your soul friend, when you don't remember what happened to that relationship and why you lost it, here's this monster over here without a head. Now, since that is original to the 2001 game, and Akira Yamaoka has renamed this piece of music for 2024, I don't know. I mean, surely he saw that, right? In order to know this phrase, surely he saw that. So that's got to be a little in-joke about the existing mannequin design. And I kind of love that. Okay, have we pushed a cart before? These motherfuckers. Oh my god, they're so annoying. They do drop the handles like that when you got them in place. But god, they are so annoying to move. Come on, sweetie. We want this. Thank you. Okay, here's another mirror he can't see himself in. Because he doesn't have his soul friend. And we'll talk later at the end of the game as to why he doesn't have that soul friend anymore. Okay, once again, this is that janitor character. He came back after you left. It's fine, he didn't try anything. He just seemed sad. Mumbled something about getting out of town with someone. I wasn't going to let him drive in his condition, so I locked him out. His car should be out back. Maybe check if it's still there by morning. It's the greenish-blue one. Plate number ending in 06, I think. Now, once again, this is the color of James's car. Sort of aligning him with this very sad, confused, volatile character. Let's look at that map. Look at that map. That beautiful map. I love that he does that for us. It's so helpful. Not quick turn. Not quick turn. What are you doing? Do we go through this door? Where are we going? Certificate of accreditation. That must be for the pharmacist, maybe? No. This is a totally different building. Okay. There's an alleyway I missed. Which is fine, but it did have a health drink, and I would have liked to have picked that up. There's those chairs we have at my house. You don't understand. Having health drinks can be the difference between life and death. When shit gets real bad. You really want them. This game, it gives things out a little more freely on light combat that I'm on. I admit that. But for the most part, it hands out ammo pretty sparingly. And I like that because it makes you really sit and think about when you want to use it. You're not just mowing things down indiscriminately. So I do like that. But that does mean you have a lot of motivation to break everything possible. Because you really want that loot. You need it real bad. Okay. So we're just going to break cars. We're just going to wreck shit until we get to the one. Oh, what is it? I kind of... Yeah, I thought it was one of y'all. That kind of half-hearted crackling sound, that's y'all. Oh! Oh, stop! I do love the idea that poor Luke Roberts had to sit in the recording studio and just make all of these random grunting, gasping, breathing noises. I think the interview I saw, he said something like, you discover noises in yourself you didn't know you could make. But there are so many. There are so many unique sounds he has to make. And I just keep imagining, it's 5 o'clock and they're like, oh, it's not the end of the workday for you. You get back in that booth and grunt right now, sir. You are not done today. Is there anything down here? No. Probably not. Again, I've only played the game through entirely once. But I did play these early areas like 4 or 5 times because I was so hapless and I really needed practice learning how to do anything. Operate the camera, walk. So I am very familiar with this early area. Also, I found something out that pisses me the hell off. Oh my god. You get boxed into this area. Okay? You're gonna pick up what you need from that car. You're gonna get suddenly swarmed by 3 lying figures. The only time I have ever died involuntarily was when I got killed twice in a row in this area, despite being a disaster. The first time I got to Pyramid Head, the first time I got to the Flesh Lip, I got out completely. I mean, it was a mess. It was ugly, but I survived them. I went back to fight both of those to practice because I was so scared of Pyramid Head. I said, no, I'm going to let him kill me until I'm desensitized and I don't have panic attacks anymore. So I fought Pyramid Head 12 more times. Okay, I let him kill me 11 times to get practice. The Flesh Lip, I decided to practice. It turned out it went badly. I couldn't get myself out. I had to just keep playing it until I could finally move forward. Come on, man. But the thing is, in just normal gameplay... Sweetie? Okay, this window is just really hard to get, and there's nothing in it, and I'm not going to bother. The only place I died in normal gameplay is right here. And I happened to be watching some video where they showed this part. And the guy just ran straight past them out the courtyard. I'm trying to see where he went. He just ran past them. I was so angry that I could have done that the whole time. And it may be that you don't see it open until they come in. I know, sweetie, we're going to pick it up in a second. Like, I have killed these things with the chainsaw. I have it's such a mess. So we have 3 options here. One is I can kill them with the chainsaw. Very quickly, it's over instantaneously. And the chainsaw is very clean. It doesn't throw, blood and guts everywhere. It's just kind of like, rawr, and you're done. However, I have pledged to use it as little as possible. We can fight them, like I've been fighting everything. I can get thrown up on, and I can probably have to use a health drink or 2. Or I can figure out where everything opens up, and I can just fucking run. So I don't know what y'all would find the most entertaining, but we're discussing this now because this godforsaken game, you pick up the key out of this Bad Day James jacket. It's very clearly one of his. The game spins you around so that your back is to these things. No matter where you position yourself, it fucks you over. Okay? And then you have to turn around. And I'm so ill. I love this game so much. I'm so ill that they do this to you. Once you hit E, it's over. There's no going back. So let's be brave and try to fight them. But if I can figure out where the exit is, I may take it. These fuckers. I hate them so much. See, it's very clearly his jacket. Cooper, honey, don't get upset. This is about to get bad. I need you to be a sweetie. Okay. All right, where are we going? Oh, get out of my way. Yeah, no, no. Okay, let's get you now. No, stop it. Am I not on the shift key? Stop it. Stop it. Let's show off, James. We're good at this. No, 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 no. No. Motherfuckers. Stop it. No, no, no. Don't throw. What the fuck? Oh my god. Cooper, we're okay. Cooper? No! No, stop it! What are you doing? Are you all dead? You're all dead. Okay. Oh my god. James, you get a drink for that. I put you through it. Okay, that was kind of worth it. Just to see... just to see how fucked up it gets when they cross the streams. Cooper is so upset. Honey, it's okay. I'm gonna get James out of here and we're gonna be done for the day, okay? Here's the exit. We couldn't have gotten out of this before they came in. Okay, so now the storm starts. Everybody is gonna come running at us. Okay, so once we get turned correctly, we're gonna turn to my left. It's a straight shot to Woodside Apartments. I always get lost. Let's check before I end up back at the cemetery. I always overshoot this. If you end up at the intersection with Neely's Bar, you will get swarmed by 4 or 5 of these things. I got so angry. It is just the worst. I'm going after these to kill them because I kind of need that for the in-water ending. Like, I could just not, but let's try it. Oh, is it 2 of y'all? Oh my god, stop. Stop. Okay, when I did my timing run, I watched them actually get up in front of my own eyes and come after me again. Infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. Oh, not 2 of y'all! Not... No! Oh no, am I at the corner? Am I at the intersection? Okay. Well, good for me, I guess. James, I'm so proud of you. Look at you. Who's still up? Who's still up? Y'all down? James, you're doing so good. Yes, we're still going the correct direction. James, look at you go. We're doing so good. I'm not going to overshoot it this time. Okay, I'm very close. It's between the car and the fire hydrant. I have not broken that car. That's why you break the car. I earned that. Look at us. We're here. We're here. Look at us go. We're not staggering in like what the cat dragged in. We're here. This is where we end for today. This is Woodside Apartments. Okay, so next time... No, we're not quite done yet. Here's the map. Here's the map. Okay, so we're going to collect first floor, second floor, third floor. Hit me with the third floor. There we go. Okay. This is a major level. There's one of those fans again. This is a major level. Thank you for looking out for me, babe. It's bullets. Yay. I'm getting a little hoarse. Wait, there's another clock. Mary's time of death on it. Okay. 3 bright coins in the 5 holes be. First sits the maiden underneath the tree. The wind from behind the maiden doth blow. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. And here comes the man so sleek and so fine. In the pale moonlight his eyes doth shine. We have 3 coins we have to find in this building. We're also going to get the handgun, which will make me very happy. And we will get to meet the mannequins. That's the very first thing we will do. All right, let's look around. So that is what we will do next time. Let's save it, James, because we're not doing this again. We had a productive day. Okay. So this was what I had planned for part 2. We have now seen our next puzzle. We have a new enemy to meet. We have a new weapon to get. But that's going to be next time. So keep an eye out for when I post the write-up for the first video. And I'll post the write-up for this one, which should be a little less intensive because I don't have to give you the TED Talk at the beginning like I did last time. Keep an eye out for those. I'm over at Cleolinda on YouTube, Cleolinda on Tumblr, Cleolinda at Patreon, Cleolinda on Blue Sky. I'm trying to remember if I'm Cleolinda Jones on any of those. I'm Cleolinda Jones on Twitch. That's just for me to comment with. I can't remember if I'm Cleolinda or Cleolinda Jones on Steam. That's just where I am. Mostly in terms of catching up with me, it's Patreon, Tumblr, sometimes Blue Sky. So that's me, and that's the game for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hey guys, I'm back. One of these days, I'll make a video that doesn't end with a big corrections addition on the end, but today is not that day. So in the course of rewatching the video to do the write-up with all of the links and the sources and things I wanted to add in, some screenshots, I saw some things that the leak and the flooding, I just immediately, I saw this and I understood what I had done, and I was like, I don't make any sense at all. When I talk about there being a leak in the Saul Street apartments and there being severe flooding at Woodside, I persistently confuse these 2 apartment complexes, probably because they're the 2 that aren't located in hell, and so in my head half the time they're in the same place. Like even now I'm having to stop and think about it. Saul Street has a leak, I can talk, of some kind of black substance that the tenant below apartment 9 is upset about. Woodside Apartments, as you'll see in the 3rd video that I have already recorded, has possibly rainwater flooding from the top of the building down, and the entire 3rd floor is under renovation. It's wiped out. The reason this matters is because I sit there on this video and say, and as you can see, the fact that it's in one condition in this, in this note, but in the other, in the paper, it's different. It's a timey-wimey kind of, no, none of that made sense because I wasn't talking about the same leak. It's 2 different places. That makes no sense. The other thing, the big thing is that every time I record and I try to talk about the strange photos, I cannot remember the Redditor's name. It's user Dale Robinson, who discovered that the strange photos add up to the message, "You've been here for 2 decades," which is such an incredible thing for anybody to discover that I really wanted to make sure this person got credit. And in the write-up, I do kind of discuss in a more organized fashion the whole idea of what year did any of this take place, which is still uncertain, but I did a little more digging, and apparently Team Silent may have indicated that it takes place somewhere in the late 70s, early 80s. It may take place in 85 or 86, which checks out with Mary was sick for 3 years. We have a receipt from 1985 and a calendar from 1983. Add 3 years onto that. That's about right. And so then, of course, you have the question of, okay, so that's when the town stopped towning. The town just sort of died. But when is James actually there? Is Mary's illness actually happening in the 80s? Like, again, I think it's very... We have options, and the exact answer isn't important to me. And I like this dream logic quality of this, that, or both at once, or all together, and who really knows? But in the write-up, I get to discuss that in a more organized, I was going to say linear, and this is the least linear topic on earth, in a more organized fashion. Other things I had in the write-up, and I'm having to stop and scroll through my outline real quick so I don't have to put a correction on the correction. Let's see, clarified that. Yes, okay. So I've also pulled up pictures of some of the records from the record store. And I'll get to this in a minute. When I had to redo some things, I suddenly noticed a bunch of records. Like I point out Don't Quit. There's so many other things in the store that apparently have kind of messages like that. There's one that says, I think, Afraid to Be Great, but then there's another record that says I Will Do Big Things. There's one that just says Fake on it. There's one that says Addiction. There's all kinds of interesting things. So I went and got screenshots of these, and I can go through these a bit in the write-up, which there will be a link in the description to the master post where you can see all the write-ups, and I'll put one to the specific beginning write-up for this video as well. We also get to discuss when I had pointed out the graffiti and said, you know, there's, what is it? There's a hole here. It's gone now. And I had mentioned a video I had linked to. After recording this video, I kind of thought of how I would interpret it in a different way that I like a lot better. And then, not that two interpretations can't coexist. They can. And then Ian also went and found what some of the game materials, the official game materials, said the holes were meant to be. An abyss deep in James' subconscious, essentially. A journey through his subconscious. So we have both of those to compare, which is really interesting. And he also told me what the magical envelopes mean. When I pointed at that and said, that means something. It refers to a game. I can't remember. He was like, no, it's the way that James's late wife has somehow mailed a letter to him with an envelope that doesn't even have an address on it. Also, she's dead. You know, like it's a magical envelope that somehow, you know, got this letter to him. His next stream, by the way, will be on March 19th, this coming Wednesday. I'm recording this on Friday the 14th. So I'm not even sure when I will be able to get... Obviously, this video is recorded. I'm recording at the end of it. It's the write-up that's holding me up a little bit. I have the third video recorded. I need to do the third discussion. I am usually in his Twitch chats. I'm actually having a medical procedure. With luck, it's fine. That same day, and I won't be able to... Probably will not be unless I'm just going to go under anesthesia still. Unless I just show up groggy in the Twitch chat regardless. I will probably not be there, but you guys should go check him out. He's going to be playing Woodside Apartments, which is the third video I've recorded but haven't released yet. So he is going to play that probably before you even see me play it. And he's Doherty 451 on both YouTube and Twitch. And in the meantime, I saved over my commentary run. Yeah. No, the videos are fine. The commentaries are fine. But in terms of the game, where I had played it very carefully, you know, all the collectibles, the glimpses, the achievements, all of that, good number of health items, here we go, ready to go. And then I've played ahead to kind of scout for me and Ian. Here's what we're going to talk about. You know, he can watch it, I can watch it. I can plan for the recording. I saved over the commentary run so that all I had left was something from a week before that was just, yeah, hey, I don't really care if I get everything, it's fine. That's all I had left. So I had to start the game over from the parking lot. Yeah. I had to play the whole thing up to what you see in this video where James gets into Woodside Apartments at the very end. And this is about, what, 4.5 hours of commentary? Yeah. If you hustle, you can play it in 90 minutes. And collect everything. And kill everything. I didn't record this. I didn't think I needed to. It was a feat. It was my very first speed run. I managed to get that done. And so while I was speed running, I just went, wait, I didn't even look at all of these records in the store. And so that's when I started noticing some things. So I'm a little bit ahead on health items now. I managed to get James to sit at the point of death for 100 seconds for that in water ending. I hate that I had to do it, but it was very productive. Like I said, we have a growth mindset. We're going to find a reason to make this be useful. So I think that is all I wanted to catch everybody up on in terms of this second commentary video. I hope I get the third video and it's right up, and probably a correction addendum. I hope I get that up before next Wednesday. It's entirely possible I won't. I'm going to try to keep pace with Ian the best I can. And he'll be there on Twitch next Wednesday. And with luck, I'll see you guys soon.